do behave.
Today, Martin from the Dash Real Estate Group is at Steveston Barbers to interview his longtime barber.
Hello everyone, it's Martin here from Dash Real Estate Group, and we are here today at Steveston Barbers. Now, for those of you that don't know, Steveston Barbers is part of the establishment here in the village and has been here for many years, and the proprietor and owner is a very good friend of mine, Iain MacKelworth, and Iain comes from across the pond. We'll let you guess where. And we're going to find out from Iain today about the history of the barbers and the history about Iain and how long he's been here and this wonderful, wonderful business. The first question is, Iain, how long have you been here?
31 years. When I first came here, it was predominantly a fishing village, very blue collar, salty people that were here, of course. And as a young man, 23 years old, rocking up from London, it was a rather large surprise, really. It's a brilliant little community, and once the community accepts you, then you become part of that community. The shop was established in 1937 by Peter Martinek. His great-grandchildren are still in the village, and they come and frequent the barbershop still. And it's really interesting. It's just we still have a lot of the old-time guys that were frequent in that shop back in the day that still come through this door today.
How would you describe your style here? Are you cutting edge, if you excuse the pun, leading edge, old school? How would you describe it?
There's a lot of trendy shops out there, and they'll charge you an arm and a leg for that service. That's something that we don't want to do. We want to give you a decent haircut for a decent price. So we're not super duper trendy. We try to keep the shop as working class, proper barber shop roots as possible, but we do not shy away from the styles in hand. In fact, a couple of years ago, we entered a competition in Vancouver for some of what they call the Battle of the Barbers. We went in there not to show our skill, but to learn from the people that were charging $100 a haircut, $50 a haircut, $80 a haircut. Because if you can charge that kind of money, well, you must be doing something quite monumentous. So we went in there just as a learning tool, and we won it. We took the whole thing, and there was a lot of competitors from all over the Lower Mainland, and we won that competition. Not only did we win it, but Ryan and I tied it for first place.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
wow.
And it was a very proud moment for us because we came out there realising this little tiny shop in little tiny Steveston village can definitely punch above its weight.
Yeah,
definitely.
There are many awards that the business has won, and I believe you've won the Best of Richmond at least once. Would that be fair?
That is correct, Martin. We've won it multiple times, and it's again, thank you again to the customers. They're the ones that vote it. It's nothing that we've done in that situation, but do the very best we can in the community. It isn't just about cutting hair. We do a bit out there for our stick our neck out there in the community and help people.
So Iain, as you know, you've been my barber and you've done a great job for many, many years, many decades. How would you describe the clientele here?
It's a big cross-section, my clientele, from very, very young, brand new haircuts to fellas that are at the very, very other end of that life, and everybody in between. We've got every person imaginable comes through here, from professionals to just regular bread and butter kind of people, and it's a wonderful thing because working with those kind of people, from very young to very old and everybody in between, you do get a lovely cross-section of what's going on in the village, who's in the village, what their likes and dislikes are. It's a pleasure. It really is a pleasure.
How would you describe the conversations that go on here amongst your fellow barbers and amongst the clientele?
We have had some very, very colourful conversations, and everybody likes to come in and stick their 10 cents in, and I do believe that this is one of those last bastions of freedom of speech, if you will, where people can come in and say what's on their mind, or we talk sports, we talk politics, or we talk nothing in particular. Everybody's got a story, and everybody's story is valid, and that's the most important thing. That's what we like to try to keep going in the shop. Whatever you want to talk about, that's just the basic part of a community, and part of a community barbershop is just that. People get to come in and they get to know us, especially with this year of COVID. A lot of people haven't had that ability to come out and actually talk to their friends or have those conversations with their family members or whoever. So the only place they can actually have some contact in this terrible year is to come in the shop and have a laugh.
For those of you that have never been here, I can only encourage you to come here. It's a huge amount of fun. It's a real experience. People love coming here. Iain, like me, you're a very young man. So how many years is retirement on your horizon, or you're going to be part of the community for the foreseeable future?
I've been retired since I started cutting hair. Pretty straightforward. This isn't a job. It's a laugh, right? You know, in the early days when you got little kids and all the rest of the stuff, you struggle, think where's the next dollar going to come from? And as those problems dissolve and your kids get older and they move on into their next phase of their lives, you're left with, well, this is it. This is going to be good. This is socialising for me. This is coming in being creative for me. These customers become part of me. They become my friends. They become part of the community, and I like that. I like walking around a village and, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Morning, afternoon? You know, I've got kids that come in here now that they bring their kids in. You really can't beat that. Yeah. It's lovely.
In many ways, your hairdresser, particularly over the years and the decades that I've known Iain, they become wonderful friends. They become part of your extended family. Iain and his crew have seen many of us go through difficult times in life, great times in life. We've shared those experiences, and they become part of that. And hence, Iain and Steveston Barbers are very much part of this vibrant community of Steveston. And I'll just show you that I only actually dyed my hair this color for the shoot, but Iain's been cutting my hair wonderfully for, as I say, so many years. And I can only encourage you to bring your children, bring your grandparents, come here, have a lot of fun, get your hair cut with Iain and his crew, and you will love it. I'd like to thank Iain, and as an entrepreneur, as a businessman with a great crew here at Steveston Barbers, and I would encourage all of you that have not yet come to Steveston Barbers to come here, bring your children, bring your grandchildren, and get a wonderful haircut. You will learn a lot about history, you'll learn a lot about Steveston, and you'll have a wonderful time here. So again, Iain, from the community, many thanks.
Thank you very much for doing this.